Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Debbie Shelton, formerly Shelton 1567, and I thought I would do a brief tour of my scrap room today. This is the area that I sit at where my desk is. It's a little alcove in this bedroom slash craft room slash office that my husband and I share, and we use as a guest room when our kids and our grandchildren come to visit. And I thought I'd give you a brief tour. And I think what I will do is walk over to the door and then start over again, or start coming in the door so you can see the room. This is a pull-out sofa that we have for a bed when the kids come. Both of my children live out of state, and my husband's kids live down in the southern part of our state. Ooh, it's bright, and even with that closed, it makes a difference, doesn't it? So they don't get here too often. This is my husband's section. I've kind of taken over these cabinets. They were supposed to be stuff for household records and things, and they have since become, I have pretty much taken them over with scrapping stuff. Now, when we put these in, we got them from Home Depot. They worked with us to get this all planned out. Why we put that little cubby there rather than another cabinet for storage, I haven't the foggiest notion. I asked him last night if he remembered why we didn't want to do that, and he couldn't remember either. So we're either going to put open shelving in there or go to the store and see if they have a cabinet that size, because we're not going to rehang anything, and see if we can put another storage cabinet there. These cabinets are 15 inches deep, so I could put, all my scrapping supplies in it. I did not want a shallow standard kitchen cabinet, so they are 15 inches deep. And then you come around, and here's the closet, which I, of course, have taken over with all my supplies. And then you come around this way to my part of the room. And this is where I sit, where I have my desk and everything. And then we come back here, and we're back to the entryway. So you can see it is not a big room. I thought long and hard before we designed this and before we committed to putting this in. And I knew that I wanted all my scrapping supplies, or a lot of them, to be part of the decor. So I thought about how I wanted my shelves, because I wanted things to be in an easy reach. And when I sit down, this first shelf with all my buttons and brads and eyelets and snaps and all that kind of stuff sit on this shelf, and I can reach them very easily without having to stand up or anything at all. Some of my inks are there. And that's what this shelf is. And I did want all my stamps and everything to be, I gotta go slow so I don't make anybody dizzy, part of the decor. I also decided I wanted a neutral background, so we got this charcoal gray so it doesn't interfere or clash with any of the colors. That's one of my darling granddaughters there. And I have my computer here. This is where I sit. I have my Spectrum Noir markers, which I'm kind of sorry I bought them, because you know what? I didn't like coloring as a kid. I don't know why I thought I'd like coloring as an adult, but everybody was getting them, and I kind of jumped on the bandwagon. That's another grandchild there. I have a jar of washi tape. All these jars, of course, came from IKEA. I keep junk there. And then I thought about what kind of drawers, excuse me, I'm going to stand up and scooch myself back in my seat, what kind of drawers I wanted for underneath. So I have a knee hole drawer here that when I open has pencils and markers and all that kind of stuff. I have a little cutter in there. I have all my larger scissors there. I have my rulers in there, so it's very handy just to reach in and get whatever I need. This drawer, when I'm sitting at my desk, to my right here, holds all my basic supplies that a lot of people put on a carousel. I have it here. I got these inserts from IKEA, and I've got, all my scissors and my bone folders and whatchamajiggers, X-Acto knives, all that kind of stuff in here. All adhesives at easy reach. I don't set too many eyelets anymore, but I keep the hammer, and I've got some scissors, and so everything just fits nicely in there. Then I have a cabinet here, and when you open it, you can see it has pull-out trays. And in this top one, I have lots of the punches I use most frequently. This one I have some of my corner rounders, some other punches, cutting stuff is what I have in there. It's shallower. And then this bottom drawer, I keep a lot of my tags, a lot of dimensional embellishments, some paper bags, all that kind of stuff in here. Some journaling tablets. I keep those in here, that kind of stuff. All different size tags I have down here. And like I said, there's all kinds of embellishments, and I try to keep them sorted by theme. So holidays are together, birthdays are together, flowers are together. These, of course, I got from Michael's when they were on sale for 50 cents a package. So I keep those in there. And then underneath here, I have a pull-out cart that I keep scraps in when I sort them. I also have that paper top is where I keep a lot of other scraps. I have my Martha Stewart scorer. I have my cutting, my Fiskars paper trimmer. I have flowers under there. I have another cart where I have lots of extra 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Then in this drawer, this is where I keep a lot of my inks. I have them here. And you can see it's kind of sorted, but not really. And all my dabbers and all that kind of stuff are just kind of thrown in the middle there. I also, whenever my stickles that I have, I made a sample of, so I know what they look like. I did the same with all my inks, so whenever I get a new ink pad, I put the color on there. And then I have a sample on white, so I know what it looks like, so I don't have to go digging through everything all the time. But that's my drawer of inks. And this cabinet opens, and it also has sliding shelves. This cabinet, I keep all my metal embellishments. This is letter stamps. And then this is just part of my ribbon collection. I guess you could say if I have any addiction at all, it is to ribbon. You can see that pulls out, and this has all kinds of ribbon in there. And I finally jumped on this seam binding wagon and bought this, and boy, this really works nice. I sprayed this with a Sweet Clover Glimmer Mist, and it looked really great. So that is that drawer. And then my shelves, like I said, I wanted to be able to reach everything, but I didn't want the shelves enclosing me. So this first shelf is 6 inches. The next shelf is 9 inches deep. And then I have all my baskets with stuff labeled. The next shelf is 12 inches deep. And then the next shelf up is, the next 2 shelves up are 15 inches deep. So I have on this shelf albums, paper, card making stuff, chipboard, and then the very top up there, those are things that I hardly ever go to. There's a lot of pictures from the past, so they live up on the top shelf up there. So that way I did have storage for deep things, but they weren't encroaching on my own personal space. So I feel like my actual scrapping space is very, very open. I'm going to start part 2 now.